Hello everyone, I am working on a new website, so I'm going to make some videos of some of my projects. Also, things rot. I don't know why software rots that quickly, but it does, and I think it's good to archive some of those things. First, I'm going to talk about how this happened because I really want to talk about it, and it's so silly. So you can skip this probably if you don't care about it. I hope I will add timestamps. First, I decided that I wanted to not use the jam version on the itch.io page because I know that we put in some extra stuff, some really neat stuff actually. So I thought that I could just run that, right? I can just run that. But it was some broken mess. The thing that I left in the directory was just some half-committed things. I don't know if I'm down. Maybe I shouldn't admit this publicly, but I do that a lot. When I abandon projects, I never abandon a clean directory. It's always some modifications and stuff. So what I had there, I didn't want to use. And I think it didn't work also. So I thought, I'll just stash it and compile it again. It's going to be easy. No, it's not. I don't know what happened. It's not a long time ago that we built this game. It was at the end of 2020, but by now I used Ubuntu 20. I used Ubuntu 20 then and Ubuntu 2020 now, which of course has a different compiler and all kinds of stuff. So everything failed. I don't know. And it's not just my code. It was all the dependencies that were failing and stuff like that. So I was not amused. Also, I used Clang before. And now I have to use GCC because Clang is somehow broken, Ubuntu 22. I don't know what it is, and I don't want to care about it because everything is broken. I hate Ubuntu now. I've used it for like 5 years, and now I'm thinking about switching. But whatever. So it didn't compile, and I would spend some like 20 minutes, but that was not enough. So I thought, let's download the itch version. Let's check. Just run it in Wine. And that works. I know that it works because it worked in the past. Maybe that's not a good reason, but it did work in the past, and it also starts. It starts. And then the web interface opens. I don't know if you've played this game, but you get redirected to a website, and then you can start a server. I pressed that button, and it took so long. It took, I don't know, 10 minutes. And then it said, oh, I guess it's not working. It gave me some error. And I thought, that's bad. That's really bad. Something timed out, of course. So I went onto the server, which I have not been on for 1.5 years. I looked at the logs, and it said that I used Frankfurt as the destination for the server. So I thought, and I saw that it already had a VM running in Frankfurt. So it thought, let's just reuse it. But when I looked in the DigitalOcean dashboard, there was no VM running in Frankfurt. It was some VM running in Singapore, and that was it. So then I looked into the database, and there were so actually this Singapore VM that was marked as terminated, which it was not. It was still running. I was paying for it for a couple months, by the way. And the Frankfurt VM was supposed to be provisioning, supposed to be starting, but there was nothing. So it tried to reuse a VM that was not there, that was not running, and it tried to connect to it, and that timed out a bunch of times, and then it stopped, and then it gave me an error. Of course, and I'm not going to go into that, but yeah, so I thought, let's just destroy them all. I just tried this one Singapore VM, and then I went into the database and changed everything manually to terminate it. I tried it again, and then I saw that the VM was actually starting in the DigitalOcean dashboard. I was happy. But because usually you start a VM on DigitalOcean, it takes less than a minute. It's really awesome. So this is kind of an ad. But this time it was not very awesome, so it's not an ad. This thing got stuck somewhere in the middle after like 20 seconds, and it did not move. And there's no button to cancel it or something. And I didn't want to pay for the stupid VM, maybe log in a day or two, I don't know. I didn't know what to do. I was a bit angry, to be honest. And disappointed in DigitalOcean. I don't know what they are doing. I was messing around, looking at stuff, Googling, and then it suddenly finished. About more than 7 minutes later, it finished. But the web interface that was waiting for the VM to start, that already timed out. So I started it again, and this time it was actually reusing the thing, but it was actually running, so that worked. I was finally on the damn thing, and this is about 45 minutes in or something, maybe 50. And then I realized this is way too old. This is not even close. This is not even half cool. I need to get the other one running. And then I spent like 30 more minutes to get the old one to compile. And today, my lunch break, I spent some time on it. And after work, I spent some time on it. And it runs again. Isn't that cool? My plan, please, I really want to know if I will do it. But my plan is to make another build for Windows, upload it to the itch.io page, some post-jam version, which is not really a post-jam version. It's kind of a scam, actually, because it just looks a bit nicer and there are some cool things, but it's not really better or anything. Yes. It's a giant waste of time. It was very. This is. I mean, it's not that bad. But in this moment, I thought this is why I have gray hair at 30 years old. Software is fucking crazy, and why does it rot so quickly? Why does everything rot so quickly? It's not. Yeah, it's not made of carbon or something. It is. I don't know. Partially. It doesn't matter. But it shouldn't rot. Like an abstract thing. It doesn't matter. Okay. Sorry. Now I will show you the game. This is just some slideshow I put on. I searched for a folder with screenshots. I think some of them are really cool. We tried. This one is very nice, I think. Yeah, now I'm going to switch to the game. Hello again. This is 2 seconds later for you, but it's like 10 minutes later for me because I had to mess around with stuff. So if you play the Germ, I actually restarted this recording because I said Germ. And I meant to say Jam. I don't know why I did it, but now I keep it in because it's funny. I don't care. So if you played the Jam version, you know that this corridor is not in there. And this cool view on this sick space station, I think it's so cool, was also not there, but now it's there. Look at this. And the spaceship is so much bigger too. Yes, this is the cockpit. Nice. Look at the view. Okay. So it's a navigation terminal. I don't remember anything, of course. It's like I don't know. I still know some of the code and stuff, but I don't know anything about this stuff. Let's just, I think boot is probably the right command. Let's try something else. Okay, it doesn't let me do it. Oh, yes. I don't know if it's in the damn version, but this is just a test thing. Let's show you. So I add in that there's some, you can sleep now and you can have long running commands. I don't know if it's I don't think it is in there. There's a log. Ah, cool. No, the sensors. Okay, let's boot. That's how we did it before because there were no long running commands. That's how we did it. And just put this stuff into a log. Actually, all these machines, they're running in like small Lua programs. And they communicate through some message bus. So that's how, I mean, yeah. Was that necessary? I don't know, but it's really cool. I think it's good. I don't know what this is called in English. Shit, I'm sorry. I just want to look out of the windows. Yeah, as you see, the lights are off. In the Jam version, the lights are just on all the time. And this is like the first thing we wanted to do, the boot up sequence of the spaceship. And then if you do it, like the first step is turning on the power reactor, spoilers, crazy. Then you will have lights. Just wait for this totally unexpected magic moment coming up. This thing is just here. It can't do anything. It's a shield. We planned so much stuff. You should have a look at this nodes.md document in the repository. It's actually stupid how much stuff is in there. We're so far away from what we planned. At some point, we knew that it's not going to happen. And we cut down a lot, but even that was way more than we managed to do. But that's how it goes. This was kind of, I think it's just a cool thing. It doesn't have to be done. And this is the live support thing. I think you can't do anything here also. It will tell you because it's not booted? I'm not sure. What does it say? Oh, random stuff. Random stuff. Manual. Man works too, of course. That's how it's supposed to be. Does man log work? No. Oh, 2. Oh, how? Oh, okay. Live support of your system. Cool. No sensors. Yeah, this is the way down. It took the longest path. by accident. I don't know. This will be the longest path too. Yes. I think we got this the shuttle bay. There was a window at some point. Maybe I don't know where the window is gone, but there was a window, like Star Wars style, you know. Let's go to the engine later. This is the reactor. Does it make noises? Yes. Noises. I don't know where you can hear it on the video. Oh, look at all these commands. Yes. It's like nothing. These are placeholders, and then we were so busy that we didn't even think about replacing them. I think there are some though. Yes. Yes, a bunch. A few cores, and they have an integrity, and that goes down over time. And there's a fuel consumption. You can set it or something. You can set that, and then it changes how much power you output. What am I explaining? Let's do power on. Look at this. Yes! Now we have power. I think it's so cool, but it's not even close to being a game. It's just the systems. There's nothing in there, which is kind of sad. But those rooms, half of those rooms are amazing. The other half, okay. This one, I love this one. I'm praising it so much, and it's my stuff. Let's boot this too. Let's boot everything. No! I don't have all day. There's something with this word. I can't type it. Temperature. That's a number. I don't know. No units. What is it? I guess it's Celsius. I hope it is. Throttle. 0%. Yes, I want to set the throttle. Let's go with 150, 120. Oh, okay. This is arrow up, by the way. I did arrow up, which works. I don't know what's happening now. Maybe it overheats. Maybe we see an explosion that we didn't put in. Let's look at the log. It's doing stuff. Yes, so initially, okay, the first, Moritz and I, who made this game, now I'm just talking about stuff, I think there's nothing left to see here. Maybe we can go to the navigation computer and do like one more command, maybe. I guess it just has a placeholder also. I don't know the shortest way. I think it's this way. Yes. These sound effects, I shouldn't say it. They're from Alien. I think I can. Let's jump. Cool. Oh, that is a legit crash. Nice, nice. Okay, I'm just gonna start it again with lights off. It looks better this way, anyways. So now it's definitely just talking. I need to. Yes, sorry. We both do some network stuff. Let's say cloudy stuff, you know? I do telecom stuff, and he does some Kubernetes cloud, you know, this kind of things. And so we have to debug network systems, look at logs and at counters and stuff, and figure out where stuff is going wrong. And I think that's fun. The troubleshooting is fun. And we thought about something, we thought about making a game out of it. About the cool parts, not the annoying ones. And I mean, especially because sometimes using spaceship is like a metaphor for something very complicated with lots of moving parts. And that's also their name, right? So the plan was just to have a thing with lots of terminals, and they're running programs. As the more complicated, the better, because then they become less predictable, and they have more knobs to turn and more ways they can interact. And then you essentially just have to troubleshoot the ship, and it's just breaking all the time. but in a natural way, not like in a stupid way, because things are happening, like meteors or people are shooting at you or whatever. Or you need to adapt to the situation, actually. These guys make sounds, also distance-based. Yeah. Where was I? Yeah, it's just interconnected systems, and they are buggy, and you have to debug them. That's the whole idea. And then, inspired by Deep Rock Galactic, which I adore, there is it would be like phases of, let's say, cookie clicker type gameplay, where you just have to run around, check logs, check sensors, almost manual labor kind of stuff. Very brain dead things, let's say it like that. And then stuff would happen, and then chaos ensues. And you have to, for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, you have to go crazy and run around the whole ship. And obviously it's multiplayer. So you're supposed to have too many things to juggle and coordinate as a team. That's the idea. look at this is more than, I mean, looking at it now and with where we got, this is like what were we expecting? I think it's because it was a 7-day game jam, and I have never done one of those. So you overestimate by a lot what you can do. Usually you take, I think you have 3 times the time, and then you say let's do 10 times this stuff. I don't know what happened, but I still think it's cool. I think that, and then we had planned so many scenarios with different things happening and systems. Actually, every room was supposed to have doors, and there was a door system somewhere. I forgot where it was. One thing would also control the doors, and you would have to. And this is from FTL, the Faster Than Light, which is also a crazy good game, where fires would break out, and then you would have to close the doors and then shut off the O2. So it's I don't know what the English word is. It's not drown, something like that. You don't have oxygen, and then you die. Like the fire dies. But if you're in there, you die too. Stuff like that. And yeah, there were shields and enemies, but you can really interact with the enemies, right? You just have this navigation computer, and that's the one that's supposed to. And you can divert power between the engines and the shields and stuff like that. And cannons. There were supposed to be cannons too. I think I remember where even, but just saying all this stuff out loud sounds so stupid. Not stupid, but what were we thinking? I think it was here. Yes, just here. And then it became a window, because what else are we gonna do? And then it's a cool place for a window too. Yes, this space station is, by the way, Gaziculon Prime from What a Mess, another game I made. And I hope it will return in other games. Yes. Is there anything else to say? I think even what I said right now is very interesting. Maybe someone cares. Maybe this will be a game in the future, and then this is a cool video to watch. But I don't think so. Yes, I should mention that many people were, I think it was a very good reception for a Game Jam game. Many people really thought it was cool. But I found some of this complexity, so why I don't work on this anymore. This is a good thing to add in this video. So I think it's hard to make this stuff exciting if you're staring at a screen. You have to sell that stuff is going down, crazy stuff. It's a huge event, but you're looking at text the whole time. And I think that's hard to do. I think it's hard to make it exciting. And also, these systems, this is what we actually spent quite a few days, all this stuff you're seeing with the lights and stuff. We spent quite a few days on revamping the systems too, so they are more complicated. So you have a real startup sequence, and you have to figure it out and read manuals to figure out how this thing works. So essentially, if you played a real game of it in the future, the final version, you would just run around for 15 minutes and read manuals. First of all, I think that's really cool. I think it's a really cool thing to do for a game, but I think no one will actually like that. People like the spaceship. I like it too. It looks really cool. And they like entering commands in a terminal. But really doing that stuff, really looking at logs constantly and reading manuals, for who knows how long. And also the plan was, like in the real world, to have outdated stuff in the manuals, pieces that are missing, pieces that are contradictory, which is great fun saying it and making it, but I think maybe it's just frustrating. Yeah, I was very unsure about this actually working in a full game. And to get to there, just not finishing it, not even having the game, but just figuring out if that can work, it would take too long. It would take months. And I have a full-time job. And Moritz also has a full-time job. I'm not, maybe not right now. And I'm scared to invest this much time and then realize, oh, it's just really nerdy to the point where no one likes this. No one. And also multiplayer games are very hard to make. I've done it a few times. It's annoying. You have to ask all the friends you have again and again, really stressing the relationship just by asking them so much. And it's still not enough. If you get a bunch of people together every 2 weeks, that's already amazing. And that was so much work. And imagine testing your game every 2 weeks. I mean, people that make games will tell you that this is just stupid. And this is how multiplayer games usually goes. It's just tiring. That was one reason why I didn't even want this to work. So if maybe someone watches this and likes all these ideas, and then please look at the notes, the document. It's like a real design document. And I wrote full sentences, not just words. Of course, a bunch of stuff is missing because at some point you say, I don't have time anymore, I need to finish this thing. Maybe I should switch, swap, go to a different floor. Yeah, look at this stuff. Maybe you want to make this a game. Then please contact me. Not because I want your money, but because I want to play it. Cool. Yeah, thanks for wasting your time again, you fool. What are you doing? Have a nice day, I guess. Bye.